everybody? It's your boy Big Will Talk Heavy TV podcast coming back to you. Listen, we got a special guest in the house today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you.
Hi, my name is Jalen Smith. Y'all can just call me Coach J for short.
Okay, Coach J. You hear that, Coach J? So that already alludes into what we're going to talk about today, which is weight loss, and specifically the 5 mistakes that people make when they're trying to lose weight. And I'm sure I've made about 15.
Right.
Maybe 20 along the way.
Everybody makes mistakes.
It's all right. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach J.
Well, I've been doing push-ups since I was like 10, but I seriously started getting into training when I was 16 years old. I was like every guy that wanted to be in high school. I wanted to get girls. I was tired of being fat. I've been having problems with my weight all my childhood. So once 16 hit, my gym owned a fitness club, and I ended up being the owner of that fitness club.
Okay.
Yeah. After I started the fitness club with my teacher, I ended up training a basketball team at my school, and training a volleyball team at my school, and I'm training.
Where y'all winning? Listen, get their way. Listen, you can train them, but you can't make them stars.
Not all the time. Right. But I ended up training the basketball team at my school, ended up training the volleyball team at my school, ended up becoming the finals of the fitness club at my school, and then when I graduated, I ended up getting my nationals certificate.
Oh wow!
Yeah, okay. So I've been training people for at least since I was 18.
Oh, okay. So let's get right into it because the reason we did this podcast, and first of all, let me let everybody know, it's because the spoiler alert is this is Mimi's son. Okay, that's the spoiler alert. That's right.
Yeah, my mom's right here.
She's in the building. Okay, so don't make no mistake about it. She raised a good one. So we have happy to have him here. He's in great shape. I've been knowing him for a long time. I did know him when he was chubby, and I did see the transformation over the years. He toned himself up real nice, looking good. But I didn't know all the accolades he had. So it's crazy sometimes. You watch somebody grow up and you think they just, hey, when you see him every time, it's just, hey, to me, it's just Jay. I said, hey, Jay, you know what I mean? But I'm not thinking, I just know he's getting in shape, looking good. Mm-hmm. So it's glad to see that you moving on academically as well with your physical weight loss program that you're doing. So right. Tell us, let's start with, we got the 5.
So I like to call these the who, what, when, where, and why when it comes down to losing weight. I feel like a lot of people make a lot of mistakes when it comes down to losing weight, and it's not that they don't have any knowledge or have any motivation or discipline or anything. They just don't know where to start when it comes down to losing weight.
Right.
You're in a situation, all I know is I got this big thing coming up and I want to lose weight for it so that I can look good or feel good in that scenario.
Right.
So the first mistake I see, this is what I call the who. The who
right.
is that people do not go to the doctors to get blood work done, to get started.
Well, wait a minute. What the hell do with weight loss? I'm trying to figure out.
I'm going to tell you why. So as far as nutrition in general, you need to know where you start and where your deficiencies are.
No.
The only way to find out what those deficiencies are, whether or not you need a certain supplement or anything before you even start dieting in general, is to go to a doctor.
Wow. I know. You know what? And I hear that all the time. People always say, "Oh, before you start working out, go to a doctor." I mean, I ain't never went to a doctor before I walked into a gym.
Right.
But I ain't never been a doctor after the gym. After the gym, I'm at that doctor. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? But I'm just joking. I love the gym. I love it. I go as many times a week as I can.
But not just that. Some people react differently when it comes down to physical training in general. I know a lot of people that, prime example, they can't sweat for too much.
Right.
They can't sweat for too long. They can't overheat it quickly. So if you're that type of person, it's recommended that you go to a doctor just in general for any type of deal that you're about to put yourself through.
That could be a lot of things when it comes to sweating profusely. It could just be something that's your sweater, or it could be something with your heart.
Something with your heart, something with your liver, something with your kidney.
Yeah. Right, your kidney, exactly. Your heart, right. Okay, give me number 4. What's the next?
Number 4.
Number 4.
So always go to a doctor. You can split these up into two things. So you have your micronutrients and you have your macronutrients. I always say this: one's for the gym, one's for your health.
Oh, I listen. I don't know a macro from a micro. Now, what's the difference? I mean, what's a macro?
So
break it down real fast.
So for your the micronutrients are always going to be the stuff that you always get when you go to the doctors and get that efficiency test done. Right. Once you get your blood work done and everything, you'll know what vitamins and minerals that you're deficient in.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
So if I go there and they tell me, listen, you're not getting enough vitamin B.
Right.
So I might get a vitamin B shot.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay. And that might help me kickstart whatever's going on.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Prime example, did you know that only 12% of the population has a zinc deficiency?
I think your mom told me that in the video.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Listen, these podcasts work. Your mother did say that. Right.
But that's a prime ingredient that you can only figure out if you are to get a blood test done by your doctor and get an efficiency test. Right. So after that, you'll
refer to one of our podcasts. I don't know which one it is, but we do talk about that zinc and magnesium, things like that.
Right.
So you can look into maybe if I can find out, I'll put in the description a link to that video. So go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
You're all good. So my fault.
You had macro and micro. Now we found out it could be a deficiency, right?
So you might find out it could be a deficiency. You got to split it up into two ways: macro and micro. As far as the gym, your macronutrients are going to decide how exactly you look. So, prime example: if you have a lot of protein, you're going to gain a lot of muscle. It's just common sense. It's simple math. If you had a lot of carbs, you're going to get a lot of energy.
Okay, now I'm getting an idea.
If you have a lot of fat, you're gonna be able to lose that fat because you're gaining a lot of fat. You're gaining a lot of healthy fat.
Right.
So it will decide exactly what you're going to look like by the end of your little journey.
Right. Okay.
The what
are you
number
4?
Which is number 2.
2. Oh, that's still on the 2.
2. What are you eating?
Right.
A lot of people would start a diet, and prime example, they would do like, I'm gonna do a vegan diet, I'm gonna do a pescatarian, right. I'm gonna go. But each and every single diet that you pick is gonna have different micros and different macros.
Right.
That's why the what is so important.
Right. Because I'm particularly pescatarian myself. Like I've been like maybe almost a year now. I stopped eating all types of regular animals, but I still eat sea creatures.
Right. And prime example, how that would be a better option than a vegan diet is a lot of vegans, when they first start out dieting, they don't get vitamin B12 in their system.
Oh.
So not only are they dealing with a vitamin B12 deficiency, they're also dealing with, prime example, they don't get enough protein.
Yeah, protein is a problem.
When they don't get enough protein, they mostly have to go down to beans for everything.
Yes.
They usually don't get enough healthy fats either. They get a lot of carb.
Right. Yeah, because I know a few friends of mine. When I first met some people that was vegan, I was young and I couldn't understand it. But these guys were getting heavier instead of lighter. Mm-hmm. But they weren't doing it to lose weight. They were doing it because they want to stop eating animal flesh. But the thing about it, I'm like, why y'all gaining all this weight? But it's not. Because some of them still eat cheese,
right?
Bread,
right?
And then when it starts to come down to it, a lot of times they kept telling me, "Well, the only thing I really eat is pizza, cheese, bread, vegetables on a pizza."
There we go. That's a
carb
big,
loaded.
That's a lot of carbs.
Right.
So
not a lot of protein.
So what exactly your diet is going to entail? Exactly what you're eating is going to entail the micro and the macro. Not just that, but what supplements are you taking on top of that?
Right.
A lot of people usually skip the supplement part because it's not really detrimental to your health unless you have a deficiency and unless you took that test.
Right.
Most people also believe in just going towards food as a resource, but then again, you're not dealing with a regular person. You're dealing with a deficiency.
Right.
So as a result of that, you got to put that extra work into whatever you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm really going to start looking at it a little better because I didn't think of it that way, but it makes sense. I need to really. I'm going to the doctor soon anyway, so when I get my blood work done, I'll make sure I look into the weather because I know at one time I was vitamin D deficient,
Right.
and that deals with the sunlight and all that type of stuff we need. So
And
I was taking medicine.
and the weirdest thing is, if you have a deficiency, most people do fine without supplementation.
Right.
Most people usually do fine without supplementation. Supplementation is usually extra if you whatever you're lacking is very low.
Right. Okay. So what's number 3?
Number 3 is the when. I solely believe this, and I actually tell my clients this. I believe that it's not just diet that. It's not just what you eat that makes who you are. It's when you eat as well.
Right.
I believe in a combination of diet and fasting, not just fasting, not just diet.
Right.
The reason why is because our body constantly is absorbing food.
Right.
Constantly absorbing nutrients, constantly absorbing whatever we are putting into our body. So as a result of that, your body needs a break. Just like how you need a break from the gym, you need a break from eating.
Exactly. We had that on the video as well. We did a video about fasting and the what makes it good for you. Because I actually fast too. See, it's funny because some of these things I do, I'm probably doing right. Like I said, some of these I'm probably doing wrong.
Right.
Like I didn't know about the macros. I didn't know any of that, honestly. But I do know a little bit about fasting because I know as Americans we overload our system.
Right.
Because most of us are doing, and I told somebody that the other day, and they had to count the thing. We do 6 meals a day in the United States.
Right.
That's more than any other country.
Even
no country in the world eats 3 meals and 2 snacks, and then if you count dessert, that's 6.
Even worse, the average calorie count in America. Do you know how much it is?
I would think it's around 8,000, something crazy.
No, it is 3,800 calories.
Right. See, now, I know because to lose weight, everybody say eat 2,000 calories. That's what they say. I mean, like you say, every body type is different.
And here's the weirdest thing. A pound of fat in general is 3,500.
Oh, is it?
It's 3,500.
Oh, so you eat a pound of fat a day.
So the American diet has pushed us from eating 2,000 calories a day, which is under a pound,
right,
to over a pound of fat, over a pound of food every single day.
Right.
That's a lot for your body to take.
A whole lot.
That's a lot for your body to take.
Like food like I do. All right, now I can probably put 3 pounds in right now.
So yeah, exactly. And then by the
end,
it
makes sense though. It makes sense.
What makes it worse is that by the end of the week, you're wondering why you're gaining so much weight, and that's because you're eating so much.
See, and the crazy part about that is you always talk about the average,
right?
See, like me, I know I'm probably not the average. I probably eat more than the average and I probably do more than the average too.
Right.
But the thing about it is, imagine a person that's not the average. They're over.
Right.
They're doing, because I watch some of these shows on TV, and especially TLC, that channel, and man, these people be taking in 5,000-6,000 calories a day.
Right.
Like, where do you even put that type of food?
And the weirdest thing is, bodybuilders used to do the same exact stuff. Right. Even the ones that like are Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. They have to eat 3,000 to 5,000 calories a day.
Some of them was a job, and some of them they just like eating.
Yeah. But if you like to eat and you can work out the way they do, it's something different. But it's still not healthy because a lot of those guys have heart attacks and stuff. But they don't tell you about that in the bodybuilding.
Even with that.
Wrestling too. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not eating right. They're just out here filling themselves up with a bunch of junk. You're working out, you're getting massive, but you got to watch it.
There was actually funny enough, there was actually a diet that existed back then that during the golden era of bodybuilding. So like when Arnold Schwarzenegger was like in Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, exactly. So there was actually a
shout out to Ronnie Coleman though.
There was actually a diet that was around called the steak and eggs diet. So funny enough, there were actually people back in the 80s, not even the 80s, 70s, 60s. They would eat nothing but steaks and eggs, and they would drink 5 liters of milk a day.
That's a whole lot of fat. That's a fat and protein. That's a lot of protein and a lot of fat.
And what ended up happening was a lot of people got fat very fast, obviously.
Of course.
Don't get me wrong, they gained a little muscle because they was in the gym.
Right.
But a lot of people gained a lot of fat very quickly.
Because milk is definitely fattening. Look, eggs have a lot of protein.
Hence why people stay away from that type of diet in general.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
Dairy is just something. I fight with dairy every day because dairy is something you don't want to let go. Even as a vegetarian, I know a lot of vegans can't let go. So they're not technically vegan; they're vegetarians.
Right.
They can't let go of the milk and the cheese.
Right.
It's hard. That's
right.
why eggs too, because they like their products made with eggs. They might not eat an egg, but they like their products made with eggs, like cakes and cookies.
But one of the things that I do want to say is that just because you are on a certain diet does not mean that you're not going to lose weight.
Right.
Prime example, the old time strongman back way in the 1800s only ate a whole foods diet.
Right.
They did a regular diet of meat, veggies, the 5 food groups that we all learned in school.
Right.
And they ended up still having physiques that rivaled even the bodybuilders that we have today, like Eugene Sandow, George Hackenschmidt, a lot of the people that even started bodybuilding.
Right.
These are grandfathers of bodybuilding have even used the method of diet and fasting.
Right. Yeah, because it makes sense. You got to give your body somewhat of a break. You know what I mean? Because you're overloaded, and they say after digestion, then you start eating off the fat. So you got to digest, get all the nutrients out. That usually happens about the 14th hour. See, a lot of people think it's 12. It's actually 16 to really kick your body into overdrive.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not mad at anybody that do 12, because if you could wake up after 8 hours, if you sleep that long, or 7, 8 hours, and get up and don't eat nothing for 4 more hours, man, listen.
Prime example. And the thing with fasting is I've seen many styles of it. I've seen people do like 8 hours of sleep and then 4 hours after they wake up to eat. That's fine.
Right.
I've seen people do the 1 meal a day challenge.
Right. The OMAD.
Yeah, the OMAD, where you're doing 20 hours of fasting.
Right. I've done that also. I've done 24 combined.
Right. I've
16 and 16, 4, and all that kind of stuff. I've done 24 to where I've had not eaten a morsel.
Right.
Nothing but water in the 24-hour revolution. I've done that.
I've even seen people do monk fasting. Monk fasting is where people have fasted for 32 hours. Prime example for like mental clarity, or prime example people for Ramadan do it.
Right. We have a guest that came on a couple times. Lisa Money, shout out to her. And I know for a fact that she does water fasting.
Yeah.
5 days. Now, by the 5th day, I can't understand. By the 5th day, she's battling. I'll be honest with you, I love her. By the 5th day, woo, she be like, oh yeah, I'm water fasting. It's the 5th day. I'm just about done. I'll be okay. I'll just be worried and concerned, because 24 took me a toll on me. 24.
Yeah.
Just water was a lot.
Usually after 24 hours, you start to feel the effects of your body a little bit deteriorating a little bit.
Right.
After 48, like you're trying to see God there.
Right. That's what but people do it. I don't know how. I've known 2 people in my lifetime that did it. One was in the Army.
But either way, I've even heard of the military diet where they even do like 3 days of fasting and 3 days of eating.
Right.
That's even extreme. I always say if you're going to start fasting, always start with the most I would do is 20 hours a day.
Right. I wouldn't do any more than that. Or I'm just saying, you gotta do what you want. First of all, let me put the disclaimer out there. It's late in the video, but we are not doctors. We're not telling nobody to go out here and do anything.
Right.
Before you do anything, like you said, start with number 1. See a physician. We're not physicians. We're just giving our opinions about things, and he's talking about his experiences.
Right.
He is trained. So we're giving out a trained person's experience, and me, I'm not trained in anything.
Right.
But I just want to get that out there, because some people think, take us for the Holy Grail. We're not that.
No.
Right. So now, what's the next one?
The third is aware.
Right.
So there has actually been a study done by the University of Oxford when it comes down to people and the gym. So they actually found out that men actually gain 10% more testosterone when they go into an area that's either filled by women or filled by men with a lot of testosterone, big muscly men. So
Listen here, bro. Listen here, bro. Now listen, I like my gym, but I might be there. I'm definitely there for the women. I ain't mad though, because you know what though, I have to admit this though, because my partner trained me, and I lost like 250 pounds. That's when I was 500 pounds. We went to the gym almost every day. He trained me. I lost 250 pounds.
Right.
And ever since then, I do look at people differently. Like I can look at a man and say, "Hey, he got a nice physique."
Right.
Because in my mind, that's somewhere I might want to be. So I'm putting my mind in that space.
And that's why,
like that person, that makes sense.
And that's why that wear matters. A lot of people do not. A lot of people get intimidated when it comes down to going to the gym and seeing all these big muscly people.
Right.
But using that area as your place of peace is key.
Right.
When you're trying to do something as detrimental and as beneficial as losing weight.
Right.
Part of the reason why is because if you're surrounded by fat people, you're gonna be
right.
It's just
listen, they always told me when I was coming up, especially when I got to Philly, you hang around 9 broke people, you're gonna be the 10th. So that's the same thing. You hang around people and I do notice that because obese people, we run in packs. You know, I mean, most of the time, like I always had my friends that was kind of big.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like 3 big guys, maybe 1 regular guy, but like women, especially, I see this, no disrespect to my beautiful women out here, but I'm saying you'll see them definitely in the queen. Mm-hmm. It'll be like 4 of them, and then 1 thinner person. You're like, wow. But because I sat out, this is some dumb stuff I'm about to say now. But I sat outside of Walmart one time, right?
Right.
I'm waiting for somebody to come out. I'm just sitting in the parking lot, and I'm on the phone with another friend of mine, and I'm telling her, I'm like, is it me or everybody come out of Walmart is overweight? Like, this place is crazy. You might see 1 or 2 people that's regular size or in shape. But everybody coming out of Walmart at that day in my mind state. Now, it probably wasn't true.
Right.
You know, you see what you want to see. Because I'm overweight. I'm thinking, now I'm going to lose weight. But I'm looking like everybody is overweight coming out this place. So am I making it comfortable in my mind? And now I'm saying to myself, I got to lose weight. I got to lose weight.
Right.
That kind of stuff make me go straight to the gym.
Right. Right.
So where are you at and which position you in life and looking at people and who you surround yourself with definitely plays a part in everything you do.
Not even that. The exact gym that you go to matters.
Right.
The exact gym. If you go to a place like Planet Fitness, you'll see a lot of people who are at the gym.
Right, but they're usually at that beginning stage.
They're usually at that beginning stage, or they usually are new to the gym. They're just working out.
I go to Planet Fitness. That's my gym. But when I lost my weight, I was going to a real gym.
Exactly.
So everybody in there was pretty tone cut, and it was real free weights. It was not hardly any machines. It might have been maybe the lat pull down machine, and maybe the reverse leg machine, stuff like that. But everything else was dumbbells and free weight plates. That's 45 plates and all that.
And that's the type of gym where you if you see a person that size in the gym, you won't be so intimidated because it's that type of gym.
Right.
Now, people are usually afraid to go to these type of gyms because, again, the big people that are in there.
Right.
But it's one of those things where you kind of have to look at it from a different perspective. Right. You can either go in there with the mindset that you're not going to look like them, or you can go upset with the mindset that one day you will.
Right. And then it's good to be around people that's in that mind space, because we talk about that all the time. Right. It's about your mind space, what you're trying to do at that time, because like you said, at Planet Fitness, first of all, everybody got the headphones on, nobody talking.
Right.
That's number one. Now, because like the first gym, like I said, when I lost 250 pounds in that gym,
right,
it was on Cayuga Street. I'm not going to say the whole name of the gym. But
right,
anyway,
right.
Cayuga Street. And you talk to the people. Like, you can walk up to somebody and you can talk to them and say, man, what does that work for you? And them arm pulls, and you want to, and you can talk like, but now, like a Planet Fitness, and no disrespect to Planet Fitness, I'm saying, because you can still get there. You just have to, like I said, you in your own different mind space, like you said, because it's the where is, you're not talking to anybody. And if somebody come up and talk to you, you looking like, huh? You got headphones on. Hey, yeah, but I got my headphones on. I'm doing what I'm doing. You doing what you doing.
And don't get me wrong. There's a lot of gyms that have that type of atmosphere.
Right.
Where, prime example, I go to a gym called UFIT. Right. It's a very atmosphere where a lot of people don't come, so it's usually silent there.
Right.
It's usually a place where you can zone out,
right,
and just work out without talking to people.
And you don't have to wear a set of headphones because I don't like. I wear them because it's the norm there. I don't like the music they play anyway, so I do wear headphones.
Right.
But like you said, when I went to the first one, and what I'm referring to it as, what they refer to it as, people call them jailhouse gyms. That's what they kind of call them because they rough.
Right.
They rough. They got steel plates, everything. The cushions on all the bench presses are torn, and this is the real type of set that you get your manhood up.
But most of these places, fun fact, the reason why I say the type of gym that you go to is important is because of the people that you're going to meet when you're in that gym. A lot of people that you meet when you go to these big gyms like Powerhouse and Gold's Gym and stuff like that are all people who are serious about what they do.
Right. That's true. Because before my partner came and trained me, I was playing around. See, that's the thing. Playing around and getting trained is two different things. Now that he trained me, I'm more proficient on my own. I can do the work.
Right.
But I need to know what to do to get to where I was going.
Exactly.
Because I didn't know, like, he had me doing donkey kicks and all these little weird. I'm like, that sounds weird. But they work. So you start doing that. You start doing these certain things and they make you, get that really, them juices pumping.
Right.
So let's get to the next. We got to move this video along, people. We know.
I understand. I understand this.
We're going deep today. We got Coach K in the house. We're going to go deep. I mean Jay. So I say K. I mean Jay. We got Coach Jay in the house. We're going deep with it today.
And then the very last one, the very fifth mistake that a lot of people make is finding out their why. A lot of people go to gym with a goal. No goal, no point.
Right.
A lot of people go to gym with a goal specific wise.
Right.
Do you
think that's a mistake?
I honestly think that your goal should be based on two things.
Okay.
What's going on in your life and what's going on with your body.
Right.
Prime example, if you need surgery for a procedure and you need to lose 30 pounds for that procedure, that's enough why.
Right. Right.
Share my story.
Prime example, my own mother. My own mother was actually the very first person that I actually trained.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom.
She wanted to lose 30 pounds for a surgery that was coming up for her knees.
Right.
So slowly but surely, it took 6 months.
Right.
But slowly but surely, she climbed. But she had a goal and she had a vision that constantly was in her head the entire time. That's why your why is so important.
Right.
Because so long as that why is in your head, you always have a reason for why you are going to the gym, why you are going through all this pain, why you are trying to get this type of physique. Is it for this? Is it for acting career? Is it for this? Is it for that?
Right. And then, and on top of that, do you think, because what I was thinking about, that makes the most sense. But what about when people go in talking about specifics? Oh, I just want to get my legs together. Oh, I just want to get my arms bigger.
That's a goal.
It's a goal, but is it realistic and is it healthy? Because I know when I train, at first that's what I was thinking. Like, I just want my stomach going.
Well, here's the
really
thing.
You got to work on everything to get anywhere you want to go.
Well, here's the thing when it comes down to the why. Because mankind usually only works out for two reasons: to look good and to feel good.
I thought it was to get women. Wait a minute, I've been working out for the wrong reason.
But you want to look good so that you can get women.
No, I'm joking. It is about looking good.
Exactly.
You feel better. You look better. You feel better. That's common sense.
That's usually the two reasons why people work out in general: is to look good and to feel good.
Right.
So your legs might be, prime example, out of proportion. You got chicken legs.
Right. And
as shallow as it sounds,
right,
having a goal like I just want to put my legs together is enough of a goal to start.
Right. Which might pour over into getting everything else together.
Exactly.
In your life, not just at the gym. In your life. Because starting at the gym, to me, the gym starts everything.
The gym really starts everything. This is not only your fitness journey, this is not only your health journey, this is your goal setting journey.
Right. That's right.
This is the first time for a lot of people that you're going to be goal setting in anything.
Right. And that's something you should write down too. Write them goals down so you can get started. Now listen, we going a little over time, so we great to wrap this up. But I want to thank Jay. I mean, really, for coming on. That's right. That's mom in the back. You know, he's sitting at a seat. So let's keep it 100 today. He did a good job, y'all. And he got another journey coming up. What's going to be your next journey? Tell everybody where you're going to next.
I am currently going to be going to the military soon.
All right, now you about to serve. You know what I mean? I'm gonna thank you in advance for your service.
Absolutely.
Listen, I know that's right. He's looking good. He's feeling good. Why not take it to the next level? Listen, everybody, I appreciate y'all checking in on us. If you want, I'm going to give his information in the descriptions as well. Talk Heavy TV Podcast. This is my man, Jay. I'm Will. We out.
Peace.
Peace.